Yo, welcome back to week 2 of the weekly lessons. This week we will be going over liquidity and stop hunts. You ever wonder why price always seems to tag your stop loss before heading in the direction that you had planned? That is not random, bro. That is liquidity being collected. You are the liquidity. So let's break down what's going on behind that move so you're no longer the liquidity. Alright, boom. So liquidity is basically the fuel that moves the market. It's typically money sitting above highs and resting below lows in the form of stop losses and pending orders. Big players like the banks and these algorithms, they need that liquidity to fill their large positions that they're placing into the market. So before they make their real move, they'll often push price into these zones to collect those orders before they take off. So we're gonna draw an example of buy side liquidity in the form of equal highs. We have a high right here and we have a high right here to the right. So resting above these highs are orders right here, which we would consider liquidity. And as I mentioned before, price loves to come and collect liquidity before it makes the move that it really wants to make. We would consider this buy side liquidity, and I'll show you guys an example of sell side liquidity right here. It's pretty much buy side liquidity inversed. There are two main types of liquidity that you will typically see in the market. Buy side liquidity, which sits above equal highs. That's typically where buy stops are placed. And sell side liquidity, which sits below equal lows. That's typically where sell stops are placed. Price naturally gravitates to these areas like a magnet before it reverses. Alright, boom. So I'm going to show y'all what liquidity looks like on the charts. As you can see, we have a set of equal highs right here, which we would consider buy side liquidity. So let's get this drawn out so you can see. And like I mentioned before, liquidity is like a magnet. It attracts price to this area. So this is a representation of buy side liquidity, and we also have pretty much within the same range an example of sell side liquidity that was swept before a reversal. So we have this low here. You see price came down and swept this low, and we quickly reversed to the upside. Like I mentioned before, the banks will take out liquidity to fill these extra orders right here, which was pretty much buy stops before reversing and going to the upside. It's literally as simple as that. So don't be liquidity. Don't be these orders down here. You're getting in the market long here just for the banks to come and take your orders, stop you out before going in the direction that you actually intended on going. Alright, boom. A stop hunt happens when price pushes into one of those liquidity zones, take out stop losses, and then snap back into the opposite direction. That's just the market collecting orders, bro. It's not tricking you. I promise you it's not. Smart money uses that spike to get better entries, while retail traders get stopped out. Alright, boom. We have a prime example on the charts right here of a stop hunt, right? So we have liquidity resting below this low. Price come, collect these stop losses, and snap back into the opposite direction. So this is a prime example of a stop hunt right here. So look, when y'all see these stop hunts, don't rush to get in a position. We need confirmation. Having confirmations is key when it comes to trading. Be patient, wait on that setup. So after we see a stop hunt, we're gonna wait for a break of structure. We're gonna wait for a change of character, a market structure shift. We need to wait for a confluence before we enter a trade. All that tells you is smart money is done collecting them orders and they're switching biases. Just that simple, guys. Let me tell y'all this, bro. Liquidity ain't nothing to fear. I promise you it's not. You just got to know how to spot it and be on the right side of it. It's literally that simple, guys. So if you can spot liquidity, you could be on the right side of liquidity and you can move with the banks. You know what I mean? Alright, so I have a challenge for y'all. I got some homework for y'all, man. Y'all know we cannot leave this lesson without a homework, man. What's a lesson without homework, man? So what I need from y'all is to give me an example on the charts now of buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. Post them in this chat and label them, and I'll review them in the next voice chat. Stay patient, stay consistent, and remember, don't be liquidity, man. Cause I'm gonna go down there with the bank, snatch them orders up, baby. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do what it do. So don't be down there looking sad. Come get a bag. You.